صلوا على محمد وعلى آله.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Today inshallah our subject is going to be about hijab. I'm going to do the subject about hijab for women and men at the same time. Don't think women only she has the hijab. She cover her, the way what we say hijab mean veil. This is how referred by Americans. Usually they see a woman, she has a veil. In Islam we call it hijab. And a man has a hijab too. I'm gonna talk about hijab today from the energy point of view. I'm not gonna touch the biological point of view, because in biology, hijab is very important too for women, the veil, and for men at the same time. I'll explain more later. We begin always by the science of energy. Science of energy is where everything conducted by many theories, and Allah Azza wa Jal created those theories for affection and for attraction at the same time. If we look at the very beginning, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was start preaching some people and then later they became Muslims in Mecca at the very beginning when he started. His message was secretive. Only first his family members. Later Allah Azza wa Jal told him to make it more to his friends. Later he make it more publicly. But during that time, he did many things, Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that nobody noticed. What is it exactly I'm talking about? I'm talking about something called the science of energy. Now he is in a position that I'm cutting very fast. Why? Because all this is like classic stories. We know how Rasulullah he migrated from Mecca to Medina. And his life was threatened by the tribes of Quraysh, and they wanted to kill him, and you know all the stories we always hear about. But I'm now gonna reflect more something in details that very few people even noticed they existed. What happened is Rasulullah, when he was leaving Mecca to Medina, he stopped into few points, different points. Those points, if you count them, they're equal to 7 masajid. For example, every place that Rasulullah went and prayed without, for example, there was no like Salat al-Dhuhr or Salat al-Asr or Salat al-Subh or anything. If he prayed, like for example, now there's an adhan and then like call for Islam adhan, and then he will start praying, I won't count that. But if he, for example, was walking and then he started praying in a place, then I'll be like, why he's praying in that area? Because if a person he was God, he's teaching him something, and through that he's teaching us something at the same time. That's what we call Sunnat Rasulullah. Sunnat Rasulullah, whatever he made, now we should make at the same time. Now you will see it's strange how I'm connecting this to hijab, but what is hijab. I'll show you later by science. So Rasulullah, he was walking, and then suddenly he stopped in a mountain. He went up in that mountain and he started praying. It took maybe, I don't know, half hour, an hour, 10 minutes. I'm not sure how many rak'ah he did, but he prayed in time that there was no time for prayers. Like there was no call for prayers or anything. So he just prayed. The friends or Sahaba with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were narrating this. There was nobody with Rasulullah at that time, but they were narrating from Rasulullah that in those places he was praying, and later on they made those places as masajid. They built this were mosques. Now if you visit Saudi Arabia or you search it, they call them al-masajid sab'a, the 7 mosques. They're famous. Those ones he stopped randomly around Medina and then he prayed. Why he wanna go, for example, west and then pray, and then he go east very far and then pray there, and then he go south and then he pray there, and it's like surrounding this place with certain type of energy. Later when he went to Medina, everyone was happy with him. Why? Because he was spreading the good energy. He spread the good energy first he to 7 points, and then from that he went inside Medina. So This energy was built by Rasulullah, was spreaded by Rasulullah. He prepared Medina before he come to it. And then suddenly when he's there, everyone was happy with it. And now after 1400 years, there is something called the science of energy. We're unlocking all the secrets of it. It's very weird how Rasulullah was doing that. Many people, they go to Hajj, they pray in Masajid al-Sab'a these days, and nobody noticed why he did that. Why he prayed around Medina, like he was walking, he was having fun there. Why nobody asked why he did that exactly? So later on, we start noticing that he was preparing us for something more and more and more and more deeper. And this thing is the purity of energy. Every place has purity. Every person has purity. Our body made out of energy, made out of cells that communicate with each other. Billions of cells, billions of atoms, unlimited, I don't know how many voltage we have inside our body. Every 6 seconds our body resets the energy. Every 6 seconds. You know, imagine like now we're having something we call in electricity called short circuit. Short circuit when you connect a circuit directly to itself. This is where when we call it, you blow up the circuit. This is what we call a short circuit. So our body, because it has too many things in it, it will reset itself 6 seconds, because if it will continue more, we will die immediately, we'll have a shock. Since we have a million systems communicating with each other. And all this communication is affecting the people around us. For example, before, if you study the old science of energy, a person you want to get married, it's different than now. Before, he will just take a stick, both with 2 hands. It will be like a V, and then he will carry it like this, and he will start walking. And then this stick will take him the best place where he should stay. And then when this one will go down like this, then this is mean he should build his house over here. This is how they used to do it before, because they didn't have like now a mortgage guy with how much you can afford a house with many plans. Because if you notice that, for example, someone very, very lucky, he will get married, and then suddenly he will feel like too much depression. Because why? Because he moved to a place that it has a bad energy for him. Or sometimes you feel you're feeling good, and then you buy a car, and then suddenly this car, always you need to take it to the mechanic. Always. And then when you sell it to someone else, you will never have any problem with it. For sure there is mechanics issue sometimes, but most of the time, why? Because the time this car was built, it was the earth. Where is the location of the earth? Through in a space. Because we have 12, what we call them in Arabic, abraj. Abraj mean like, it's not equal to horoscopes, but where all the stars stay. And your energy sometimes is good with those stars, and then when those stars come, they're very bad for you. So while the car were building there, they were building this car and this manufacturer at that time, it was bad for you. The energy of your body with energy of car will be affected with each other. You see? You can understand more. These days, because we left all this, we cannot comprehend why this is happening to us. Why sometimes when you buy this car you love so much, you become very lucky. Sometimes you buy it and then suddenly many things happen to it. For sure everyone here, he has the same story, and then he sell it, and then he buy a different car, and he think this is the best, and then so on and so on and so on. Even the country where it was built, the energy will be different than the other country. Even, for example, the plates where they're made, for example, if they're made in China, or if they're made in Egypt, or if they're made in different country, it will take, for example, I'm eating from a plate made from Egypt, and this one, not plastic plate like the old plate, they make them usually from dust, from the
ceramic.
Yeah, ceramic or clay. Yes. If you eat from that one, you will later you will become very weak. If you eat from different country, you will become very powerful. Why? Because it will reflect what is the theme of those people inside every country. See, even buying a plate from China, you think it's cheap $1, but it might affect you in different energy. Why all the people in China are obeying the government? Because of something inside the energy, is because they're scared from. So all this energy will affect this soul they live on. Same thing, for example, if you buy from McDonald's in the Middle East or someone, vice versa. All this is affecting each one another. A person, when he, for example, commit to the hijab, to the veil, a man or a woman. I'm going to talk to the man first. What is the veil for the man? The veil for the man is not watching bad movies, for especially online in a computer. Usually when someone gets a computer at the beginning, he's a teenager, he will start watch bad stuff, right? Later on he will say, okay, I'm gonna be inshallah better, I'm gonna quit watching those things. You see, watching these things will affect all the energy inside the household. You will have more bad jinn inside the house. For example, listening to bad music all day long, you will affect the energy inside the house. Angels won't come anymore to that house. They will not. Why? Because all day long you're having this music. And this music was proven by science is bad. How? There's a guy we talked about this one before, but I'm gonna reflect a little bit about it. This guy in Japan, he was working in water. His name very easy to remember for Lebanese because his name is Masari, Masaru, the money. Okay, but his name like this, Masaru. So that guy, he was working under microscope, and then his wife came and she left him a note on the water that he was working on since he was in the restroom. She came, she was looking for him, she didn't find him, she left him "I love you" message with makeup on the glass of water that he working on. So when he looked at the glass of water, he was happy, his wife left him this beautiful message. But he took from this water and he put it under the microscopes with special technique. This is how they measure the purity of water. He found that water is not like water anymore, like different. It completely looked with different shape, very, very beautiful shape. So he was really surprised. For the first time ever, he's seen this shape inside water.
The molecules.
The molecules were
Crystallization,
changing. Yeah, this is what we call crystallization. All the molecule inside this water were crystallized in different way, in different form. It would really, if you go to YouTube or Google, search for that. They call he have many books. One of them called The Message of Water. You can check this one. So he was surprised what exactly happened here, because he's a scientist. So he went to get from the same water. Nothing happened. I mean, he put it under microscope with the same technique. He just looked at molecules. There's nothing, no shapes. He went back to the same water that his wife wrote this message on. Under microscope, he's seen the same shape. So he was puzzled. What exactly is happening? Later, he discovered that anything you write in water, you will change the form. Anything you write in this water, you will change. For example, if you are listening to bad music while you're drinking something very bad for your energy of the body. Since we are 80% water, imagine what you are doing to your body. And then your brain is under that water. So for example, if you are emitting bad energy, then your body, it's gonna be bad. That's why we're having so many cancer these days. We have so many flus, we have so many, whatever you wanna call them. Plus, I don't wanna go to different theories, but let's stay why many people are young age now these days, they're dying. There's so much stress, so much heart attack, so much influenzas. We cannot even comprehend what's going on because it's going very fast. Why? Because of all this bad energy we're eating, even from the food. If you look how meat is made, they're making the meat now. You quit eating meat. How they're slaughtering animals. Before they used to respect animals, not anymore now. If you really look into the reality, what they're doing to the animals, how they're killing them. Now they take all the cow, all of it, they kill it. They just take whatever blood they can, and all the cow, without cutting any piece, they put it all inside a place where all the meat will come one. You're eating everything. For example, a person when he buys beef jerky, He's eating everything. He's eating the eyes, he's eating the tail, he's eating her legs, he's eating everything inside that beef jerky. You can watch and see. So this is bad energy too. In Islam, why we have something called halal? Why? Because in halal, you have to, before you kill the animal, you have to bring her water. You have to make her feel not hungry anymore, full. You cannot kill her if she's sick. You cannot slaughter her if she's sick. And the way we slaughter animals is, in a way we do it down scientifically. When you put any animal down to his head like this, he will be like in a hypnotic state. Not like, for example, if you bring any animal that Allah Azza wa Jal said you cannot eat from their meat, they cannot be hypnotized. For example, if you bring a dog, you want to slaughter him, he will immediately fight you. He will be like, what are you doing to me? But if you bring a cow, immediately you put her down, you take her head up, immediately she will be like in rest peace. She's not gonna fight, she's not gonna do anything. And then if you leave her, she will stay like 1 minute and then she will wake up and it's like nothing happened before. Same thing with chicken. We tried that with chicken. We got a chicken, we put it back like this. When you do it that, immediately she will give you her neck. For like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. And then after that she will wake up and nothing happened. She won't even remember what happened. This is what they call it, the hypnosis of the animals. So when Allah Azza wa Jalla, He told you can eat those animals, this means He prepared those animals for you, for your pleasure. But if He told you do not eat from the pork, do not eat from that, because it will give you the bad energy. It has more than 300 type, the pork alone has more than 300 type microbes that will affect everything inside your body. And he told you do not eat from that. And many people these days are eating from that. That's why we're having the bad energy inside the hearts. Now, if you see humans now, you say, oh look, this person is very poor. They will say, okay, this because of it's his mistake. He did this to his life, he deserved it. I don't care about him. But if they see a dog walking outside and you tell them, look, this dog is very poor and so on, so immediately they'll take him. They'll go to PetSmarts, they spend $200 to give him a shower, to bring him the best food. Even these days, to the point that a woman's shampoo has more fruit than a person in Africa all his life what he ate. You see, for example, in a woman's shampoo, you'll find like 6-7 pounds of true fruit protein inside that and inside this shake. And then in Africa or in a different country, except the United States, you see hardly someone's eating fruit there. See, so all this is causing the bad energy. And then we go back to the veil. How we can protect ourselves. A man always should have his eyes for himself, Keep him here and look down. If you see someone beautiful coming around you, always keep it down. Always be respectful. Always respect yourself. Allah Azza wa Jal said, and for the vision, it is a tool used always by the Satan, the devil. النظرة هي سهم من سهام إبليس. For example, when someone sees someone else, it's like a Iblis taking his arrow and then shooting your eye. Why? Because he wants you to feel that. Always, everything bad always start by this look. Always the sparkle, the look. Now, for example, someone is watching this, he will say you're anti-romantic, anti-romantic. Why you're saying that? Sometimes you will look at someone and then you will spark, yes. But always, if you notice now, it will spark only for one thing. It won't spark to make something in life. Only spark for what can I get from this relationship? Can I just do whatever and then leave? This is how men these days think. He doesn't want to do anything except that. A woman, she's open to go deeper and emotionally, but later on, how much time? Because someone else is gonna come, he's gonna be competing with that man, and then she's gonna leave and then go from one to one and one. Now the estimated in here in the United States, a person from 10 years old, when he turned 10 years old, till 30 years old, a woman from 10 to 30, she will having like around 70 relationship. 70 relationship. This is like average. Even some women, they're doing it more. And a man, he will have like around 95 relationship during that time. So imagine what's going on with the energy here. Look how much we're having, we're transporting all this. I don't want to go deeper into this subject, but that's why what's important in the man's veil. Because when a man, he respects himself, he will be so powerful. These days, if you look, open TVs, always a man, for example, if he go outside the relationship, they call it what? Cheating. Yeah. Well, this is, we will study that later. What does it mean cheating for men? But the same thing, because a man is cheating, a woman, when she finds a man she's cheating, what she will do, she will open his closet, she will throw all the stuff outside the house, and then she will go to his car, and then she will bring the spray, and then she will write whatever word she wants, and then she will blow his tires, and whatever you can imagine. And then she will tape all this, and she will post it on YouTube, and everyone will be with her, right? But look, because he's doing that, a woman now, she's doing the same thing. She's equal. She will say, I'll go and cheat. And then when she do that, a man, he will be sitting home crying because it was his mistake. What's going on? Something bad is going on here. Really, this is what's happening. Now, in the recent 2 months, sometimes movies come, I will watch the movie, see what's going on. And then I always see the man, when he go cheat, this is what will happen to him. And he will accept it. He won't even go to the court anymore, because even the judge, she will be a woman there, a lady, and she will say, you deserve it. And then with that lady, when she do that, she would say, you take her to the psychiatrist. She's having bad things. You need to break the routine that you live on. She go to have a relationship outside the marriage, and then she come back later. Islam did not say you can do that. Why? Because we are mixing so much. For example, I'm sorry to say that for some people now here, but one time I was sitting with like few my good friends. We're standing here, and then always, for example, if you are from Middle East, you have nothing. You're like terrorists standing there, and they cannot imagine when you're gonna bring the gun and shoot them. This is why always they imagine outside here. We were always talking, and then one of the ladies, she said, I don't know whose my dad is, because my mom, she was that time with like 5-6 guys, and then I didn't know who's my dad is. Same thing with the other person. We were like 6 or 7 people, I was the only person that I could go back to 24 grandfather. I could know exactly where I came from. Why? Because we should be proud of that. We should be very proud of that. Why? Because we kept this purity. A man did not go cheat, a woman did not go cheat. And then even if the man, he went to cheat, a woman, she will be better than that man to take him back. Now if he's doing something like he bought a cable that she doesn't want, she want to get a divorce. Even for that. You see? All this go why to that veil. Because we don't have veils anymore. If my wife, I'm not happy with her, I can bring 5-6 women. I'll be having relationship on Facebook, and then open Instagram, I have 2 ladies there, and then with WhatsApp now, I'll be having 3 ladies there waiting, you see? And same thing they're doing. Don't think because you're so charming, everyone loves you because you're so cute, and she's not doing, and she's waiting you all day long just to talk to her. Don't think that. She's doing the same thing. And she's doing that with someone else, and he's doing that with someone else, and there's no more veils. All broken. So now, why this is happening, especially here in this community? Why this is happening? A person, he comes here, we have no values for humanity. We are Muslims, we don't have values. Islam did not teach us this. For example, I'm like 19, 20 years old, I want to go have fun. I'll go to the closest club here, I'll go, or even I go far, because I don't want my parents to know that I'm going to that club. So I go further, I go to Canada or different places, nobody know me there. Anyway, I'll go from lady to a lady to a lady to a lady, and why? Because just for one thing, for this physical things, because I'm not keeping any veil anymore. I just want to be completely open to anything. And then I go there, I make them fall in love with me, right? And then plus I don't care what they're doing. For example, my values is to choose someone like not pure. I mean, someone's good for your life. So you see, you are searching for a mother for your kid at the same time a good wife. You see, you are planning for the future. Now, a man, for example, like us here, he goes outside, and then he's like, he found his new girlfriend, right? This is all happened with us. And then with this new girlfriend, because we have values, we'll say, you know what, she's not Muslim. I don't care what she do. She wear like this. She go outside with her friends. She can bring everyone inside her. Even she can cheat on me. I don't care because it's not real relationship. I just want to have fun with her, and then when the time comes for me to go get married, I'll ask my mom to find me someone from different country. Like this is what's happening. Let's be honest. What's happening here is while we are having the relationship with this lady, all the values are our value. Even if we are not really being honest with it, it's going down. You see this lady, because over here in the United States, this is how they live. This is their culture. I'm not saying it's bad. This is how they are. For example, a man and woman, when they meet, they say we are a boyfriend and girlfriend. They are tied to that talking. For them, this is like we are in relationship. You see, for them, this is a relationship. And Islam, he said, if they are both agree in that, it is like they are married. It is like they are married, but they're not married with a shape. But with us, we don't have something like that. You cannot have a girlfriend and she cannot have a boyfriend. We don't have something called boyfriend, girlfriend. So because of that, we are using the system. We are using those ladies just for fun. And then when we gonna be good people, we go back and marry someone else. But what's happening here, even those people, they think themselves they're very smart, those men, because they've been with 100 ladies before. Even maybe they were in relationship for a long time. All their values are going down. Because he's not talking about it, he's not pushing himself to do it, because he's not showing that we are capable of, we have very high values, we respect the woman to the point that we cannot have a relationship with her before having something more serious, not just because we're having fun. What's happening here? All our values going down. For example, how I go with this lady and then she's drinking. I'll say I cannot drink, but it's okay if you drink. By time, it will be for you. It's alright if you find someone drinking around you. Even if your brother will came later, he's drinking. You say it's okay. Later you'll be a good. You can quit drinking. If you see this lady, for example, smoking bad stuff, it's alright for you to start smoking yourself. If she's eating pork or whatever, it's alright to do it. If she's always clubbing, dancing, it's alright to do it. And then you forget your prayers, you forget why you were created, you forget all this to just having fun. Because why? Because you're promising yourself you're gonna find someone better. But later what's happening to you, all this energy is affecting you. You're very down. Your happiness is related only to what? It's tied to this kind of place only. This kind of place. To this lady. Because at the very end, even if you're using this lady, we are humans. We have feelings. Even if I keep saying, you know what, I don't care about her. One day I'm gonna leave her, I'm gonna go marry someone pure. You are still in love with that lady, even if you wanna deny it. And then you marry someone else. What's happening here? You killed 3 people. You killed yourself, you killed the lady you were doing this relationship with, and you killed this one you think it's pure. Because why? You're gonna transform the third one you think it's pure, because you don't really know if she's pure or not. I'm sorry, I don't mean like something called purity, but this is the cultural more than I'm talking not cultural, I'm not talking religion. Because in religion, the purity made by you. You're the one who make yourself pure. It's not because you didn't talk to anyone before. Look how many ladies they came here, and then later they took off their scarves, and then they stopped praying, and then they divorced their husband, and immediately they went to different places. See? So purity, what is it exactly? It is built by you. Not because you are isolated from that, you would think it's pure. No. The pure person is while you are under the test and you are refusing all the satanic views, all this what he's doing to you, you are refusing it, then you are pure. Not when you are sitting in a place that nothing, you're not under any test, you're not tested yet, and then you think you're self-pure, you see? You always have to combine those together. So this is how we destroy the veil that we have from inside us. This is how we destroy it. By doing many relationships, we are only after the physical thing. And by the way, I don't want to close that completely, but we have a special type of marriage that a man, if he's really want to do something, he will go with it. You see what I don't want to tell you that it's completely haram. At the very end, we have feelings, and some people they are under that feelings, you know. Inshallah, we'll talk about this in different lecture about zawaj al-mut'a or something like this. Okay. For ladies are exactly same thing. We have something. It's a veil. Now, if you want to give me an example, for example, in a community, many ladies who are wearing this veil are not going under that veil. It is just like cultural thing, and this is where the bad point will come up. For example, a lady that wearing a veil, she cannot shake his hand. She cannot shake hand. Why? Because she should keep everything for herself. She purify herself. How I'm referring to this? Why Islam said that? And if you open Discovery Channel, I was listening to that. There's an episode called The Science of Lust. The Science of Lust, and it's real and it's proven. The man's body will be capable of having more than one blood type inside him. How? For example, when you are in relationship with a lady, her energy is inside your blood. Her energy. If, for example, if that man is cheating, his blood will be able to take more than one. We are able to take more than one. A man is capable physically, is capable mentally to take more than one woman. I'm not talking from my hand, I'm talking from the science side, from Discovery Channel. It's called The Science of Lust. Go watch it. They will bring you even famous people and why they were under that condition. Because the body of the man is like this. It is designed like this. Why? Because this is how we are tested, the man. A woman, she cannot have more than one inside her blood type. If she's having more than one, then she is under psychological problem. If she's loving two person at the same time, she physically, not, for example, she's in love with someone mentally and then someone physically. No, if she's doing a relationship with two men at the same time, then she needs to go treat herself because her psychology is going bad. And this is how the bad energy will be created. So Islam, what he said here, he proposed that because a woman should be valued like this, very, very, like the jewelry, because they're jewelry, they're very beautiful to us. A man love two things, jewelries and ladies, money and ladies. This is how we value things. So she need to be protected. And how are you going to protect that? By wearing a veil. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, he said, Ya Nisa al-Nabi. Ya Nisa al-Nabi. When he's talking about the veil. But in this ayah, he was not talking to the woman, to the Prophet's wives. He wasn't talking to the wife of Prophet. Many people, when they open this ayah, they think he is talking to, no. He said over here, any woman that she protect herself, she preserve her purity, she will be under the nisa of Ummah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ummah, the nation of Muhammad. Look, who's responsible for them? From this verse, from this ayah, responsible from that? Rasulullah himself. Nobody else. Look now, for example, a person is going to study spirituality. A man, if he's gonna study spirituality, he will sit all day long, do the best deeds, and then go from place to place to do his best things, and so and so. A woman, if she's gonna be purified, she would wear the veil, and she would act in that veil. In 40 days, she will be higher than a man who did the same act in 4 years. Why? Because she is under Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have to go under many tests. We can we can cover ourselves. How? We have a saying that, for example, if a man, he was very bad and he want to become religious, what he will do? He will grow his beard longer, right? And then he will become like a sheikh. It's fine, he's like longer beard, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, and everyone think he's mu'min. A woman, let's say she was prostitute, what she can do? Nothing. You see why? Because she's affecting the purity. Even if she's wearing the veil, there will always people say she is doing something under that veil too. This is the difference. Even American society will say that. Even they will say that. Even their culture will say that. Always ladies under attack. Even if now all the shows we're watching, the TV, they're trying to change that inside our heads. Why? Because the man here is becoming very weak. Not in a weak because he need to be strong and take the force on a woman. No, because he is going. He's following his desires only. Only his desires. He's only for physical thing. You see him in a TV, for example, they made many shows on how to get to be talking smooth to a woman. They made this movie Hitch or different and even different episodes. Or don't think these ones are not affecting the society here. For example, now many men are prepared if their wife is cheating to not do anything, to forgive her. Why? Because she was bored with you. Because I'm bad in the bed. You see, they always taking it physically. For example, before when the man he's bad in a band, she used to help him. They used to talk about it more and more. They used to reveal this pressure. Now not anymore. If he's bad in a bed, he's a good husband. I can keep him and go to wife.com and then I'll find someone else's secret relationship with. It is free for women, and then you have to pay a membership for a man to be there. You see, always a man has to pay for that and a woman free. Why? Because they want her to come. Even now, if you open a radio, they always say woman free, man they have to always pay. Why? Because the woman, she's what sells more. When you bring women, ladies, to your nightclub, to your website, all men will come. And this is what we refer to Islam by, when you bring a beautiful sweet, like piece of sweet, you put it outside in the summer, what's gonna happen? Many flies are gonna come by. Right? And this is how it is. But when you cover this sweet with something, what's gonna happen? No fly is gonna come. It's gonna be protected. You see, this is the protection. Even if you think the veil is something very old. Like, if you want to study humanity, humans, they say they were naked at the very beginning, and then later they start designing the clothes, and then they used to wear many things. So it was a sign of modesty. These days they always want to show you the more you take off, the more you are modern. In reality, it's not true. It's not true at all. Now, to the man point of view, if you see a lady, let's say, and I'm open to talk about it with everyone here. If you see a lady for a man, let's say she's she's wearing like just bikini. What you gonna look at? You're gonna look at her body, and then you say, I've seen her body. You see, there's no desire for you. Maybe some people, they're gonna have the desire to go talk to her because she might have a beautiful body, but she's not gonna be spicy for others. Why? Because they already seen her beauty. Why? I mean, before even say anything to her, she's shown all her body. She's shown 90% of her body. What's interesting about the 10 other percent? Nothing. For example, a woman, she's covering herself. Always she's be more respected by a man, in a way that when he's talking to her, he's gonna look at her face. He's not gonna look at something else. Why? Because it's covered. I cannot see anything else. Now I'm busy as a man talking to her head. Why? Because maybe I have bad intention. But what? For me to go to those bad intention, I need to spend 6-7 months, showing how much I'm intelligent, show her the philosophy, show her my way of life, show her, and then at the very end she will accept to go out with me one time, second time, third time, for me to get to that point. But during that time, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna fall in love. Instead of me going this way, I'll say, you know what, let's get married. Why? Because now I know what this woman is all about. But if you look at this woman, she's wearing a bikini and standing there. I immediately want to go to that. Immediately I want to just attach physically. I don't want to go into something else. You see, this is the difference. Over here, even Islam is saying, because Islam, Allah Azza wa Jal, He know how He created the man. He want for that man to spend more effort in capturing her attention. Why? Because she tried to be like, you know what, I don't talk to man after that time. We can meet, but we have to meet publicly. I am covered. So the man here is gonna be more busy spending time thinking about her. How I'm gonna get her attention. Before, how I'm gonna get her, I'm sorry to say that, to the bed. This is how the attention will work later. Later on, you will see that there's more respect to that woman. You see? Now what we're doing, we're affecting the energy of the man too. This woman is affecting this man's energy. Now all his energy is going to from woman to woman. Now he has only one person that he's obsessed about, in a way that he really want to see what's after that. What's after that? Now he's attached to her emotionally. This is how Islam studies things. So which way is better in the science of energy? Now you are healing people with that. You are healing people in a way of wearing hijab. Adding to that, a woman, when she wears hijab, she's going outside. She is spreading the message of purity. Mary, the mother of Jesus, she was wearing hijab. Every woman is a very respected woman, highly respectful woman, always used to wear hijab. Give me one name from 1,000 or 2,000 years till like 2000, like year 2000. Give me one name that to a woman that wasn't wearing hijab and she was presented in a beautiful way. There was nobody. Even in that time, even a woman, she was not wearing a veil, she always used to wear good clothes, covered. Why? Because they have this sanctity. But it's even for the man. But now it is not important anymore. And that's why we're having so much affairs and have so much relationships. For example, a man, he's faithful to his wife. He doesn't want to look outside. But because he's always, for example, in his job, always seeing these things. Very, for example, beautiful women, they always wear this beautiful stuff, almost half naked. So he's always more thinking physically, more than thinking a woman that he has to respectful. She's equal to him. And in that same job, you see, for that woman, you have many men are fighting over her. What's gonna happen to her? You see, she's gonna be more and more and more proud of her, what she's presenting. At the very end, all what they want from her is just her body. Before, when I came to this country at the very beginning, I used to look to this matter a little differently. I'll say, American men are different than Arab men. You see, we are always after that. But with them, their culture will make them maybe better. But when I was working, like everyone here in a gas station or in different places, you are sitting in a place that you're watching everyone around you. Okay? I've seen the lady come, for example, to the cash that I'm working on. She's buying something. She will give me the money, I'll give her back the change. Behind her there's a guy, for example. When she's leaving, he will check her out. Why? This is the affection of the sexuality. He is checking her out. And I was thinking the only Arab men, they do that. But later I discovered all men are equal in this matter. They always give this, even though Americans, they're presenting this in different form, in different way. They always try to be smooth, but in reality, if you go deeper, more than the smooth, more than what's your cable, more than what's your car, what you love, what kind of food, you will find that this person is having so much locked. He has so much information locked inside him. He has so much emotions is eating him up. Same thing for ladies. Ladies have so much inside them emotionally. They really want someone inside their life. But the problem is, because there's no more veil for man. Man is open for everything and anything. And the ladies now, they're taking her to that one, to that. to that limit. Even to the point that, for example, if you bring the issue of gayness, a man, he's gay because he wants to be sexually 100% active. A woman, she's gay not because she want to be gay. She wanted to be with a woman because she understands her emotion more than a guy. Why? Because there's no veils. If a woman wear a veil, I'm not saying that she has to wear 100% scarf or something. But if she's doing that, and all the ladies they're doing that, a man will have more effort to understand the woman more, because he's not gonna only think about her body. You see, he's not gonna always think about her body. When I see a beautiful woman, all what I think about is when I'm gonna have her first kiss. This is the first. Now in the movies, this is how they show you. All what he care about her first kiss is gonna be the first date or the second date or third one. You see, they bring all these issues. What about her? Who cares about the first kiss? You see, they put so much. The first kiss. Even in Disney Channel, I always hear it. When is the first kiss? Was it? Who cares about your first kiss? Why you won't say I care about the first man and the last man ever? And same thing, man. I care about a woman that she will be my first and last, and that's it. Who cares about first kiss? Why you stress so much the first kiss that you feel a man from his mouth? This is how you now. For example, if the kiss is good, I'm gonna be with that man. If it's not good, I'm not gonna be with him anymore because it felt bad. How you feel your emotion by your tongue? Can someone tell me scientifically how you do it? Because until this moment, I really am making research. I've been asking many people like, how was it your first kiss? They will say good. Can you tell that this person gonna be with you from his tongue? Be like, no, it's just like sexual thing. Okay, why then you stress it so much? We have to carefully observe it more. I mean, I might, for example, have been touching wrong areas. Some people, they won't say like whatever I'm saying now is true or something, but it's just a point of view that need to be looked at it, because always we're looking to the subject from the reverse. We're looking at the faces, we're looking at how much beautiful the makeups we're wearing. If you have Michael Kors stuff, you wear a $5,000 purse, or this is what we're looking at, and this is because there's no more veils anymore. So you put this veil, and then try it for the man and for women. How you try it for a man? Always look down. Don't look up too much. Don't look up too much. If you see someone very beautiful, just look down. Just look. Preserve it inside of you, because you're gonna find the right person. The right person is not gonna be 100% beautiful for you. Believe me, it's not everything about the beauty. Because this person, he might be very short. He might be, I don't know how he look like, but yeah, he inside him, he's very, very kind to you. It will give your life a purpose to live for. And same thing for a lady. If she do that, it's not all about what her hairstyle is, and because if she care only about showing her hairstyle, she care about what she's wearing, what kind of color fit her eyes, and so on. So she is presenting this thing to a man she's selling herself only for physical relationship. She's not selling herself for more than that. And to prove what I'm saying, you are like this now, this lady, and for example, try to wear something not very attractive with the same man you've been always, and this man you will notice him that he will say, why are you wearing this stuff? I feel my heart is not connecting to you anymore like used to be before, and so on. So why? Because she was only depending on a physical point of view. She's not depending on showing who she is. But on the reverse side, you'll see a lady that when she's wearing her veil and she's doing it the right way, and she is educated and she's knowledgeable, not just a person who's taking veil from the cultural point of view. Because if you're taking the veil from cultural point of view, it's not doing anything at all. Now you are dominating the relationship in a good way. You are making that man loving you for you, not loving you for having something physically. Not because, always men say we have needs. It's a lie. They do have needs, but it's a lie, not in this form. But because it was pushed by movies this way, when we say to the woman that we have needs, then really they have needs, or they will go cheat on you. No, it's not. It doesn't go this way. Because they have emotions. Men, they have emotions. They have brains too. But are they met by the woman? No, they're not. Because a woman selling herself this way, a man, he is lowering himself to take this. And then in the Quran, what he said, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَمِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, I'm gonna immediately translate to English. Some believer, they sold themselves to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Allah Azza wa Jalla, how He want you pure. So when you sell yourself to Allah Azza wa Jalla, He want to purify you more and more. And then He gonna bring someone to deserve you. A man or woman. If for example a man is looking for a wife, he will really go ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to bring you the best wife for you. And don't wait for He's gonna send you Jessica Simpson, because you're so cute. No, I mean, He might send you a normal person, but she's gonna be the best fit for you. And same thing for a woman. Really ask Allah Azza wa Jalla hard for that. And protect yourself. Purify yourself. Allah Azza wa Jalla will elevate you. Why? Because in this position you are selling yourself to Allah Azza wa Jalla. You're not selling yourself for cheapo you met in a club. Because He's there for something. And you're there for something. One time I met a lady, she was a Christian. She said, she was Arabic Christian. She said, why all Lebanese men are bad? I was like standing, why you're saying that? She said, I know, I've been like with 5-6 Lebanese and they're so bad. I told her, where did you meet them from? She said, from that dancing club. I was like, yeah, for sure, if you went there, you're gonna meet those people. You're not gonna meet a priest, and he's there for this reason. What do you think? So, you see, so your environment will bring the people. If you met this guy in a nightclub, inshallah in the future, Allah, bihdi you. I'm not saying anything. Or vice versa, or whatever it is. Maybe they will change in the future. Especially if they become Muslims, they sell themselves to Allah Azza wa Jalla. Everyone is changing. 10 years ago, I wasn't like that. I used to follow the same dream. You have to go to every dating club. You know what I mean? Because this is how you are. Everyone is selling himself. But now here I'm proposing you to buy yourself back from all that. Protect yourself. Protect your purity. Protect your sanctuarity. And then what? And then take this veil. Because even if you're not gonna have a physical relationship for a little period of time, or maybe longer period of time, but what? You're gonna go back to your true. For example, a man now, he's having a girlfriend that he doesn't care if she drinking, he's selling all his value just for the physical emotion. If you really leave that, after few months, all the value will go back to you. You will really start look for someone to be emotionally equal. You're not just looking for physical anymore. Same thing for ladies. Because why Allah Azza wa Jal opened that door for us? He did never close it. Only this door closed when we're dying. When someone died, this one closed. You cannot change it anymore. But since you are alive, every single day you wake up, it's a new day, it's a new opportunity, it's a new form to change yourself. And from that, for example, that's why when we say this is how we construct the cult, the community. The community starts by one person, and then he get married to someone, and then they will have kids, and then later they will have many different families, and then they will make nice community. If all this community is committing to the veil, how much beautiful energy they're gonna spread. Same thing like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he went to pray in that place, he prayed 7 times, 7 places around the Medina. All the inside the Medina, they had this nice, beautiful feeling, a very nice, beautiful energy. Do we have 7 believers, mu'mins, they live in Dearborn around it, and they're given that beautiful feelings? If someone will say, yeah, we have, alhamdulillah, we have many beautiful mu'min, why in the last 2 months the only disasters were attacking Dearborn only, and Dearborn Heights, where exactly the Muslims were living? We really need to start reflecting. Remember what happened 2 months ago?
Flood.
The flood and The tornado only happened in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights, specifically in those areas. Why? Because there's a message here saying you wanna stay whatever you are doing, whatever you are doing, or you wanna go back. And obviously nobody did go back. Why? Because insurance was paying more money. But it's a message. Believe me, after that there's no more messages. It's gonna start acting. This is the science of energy. It's gonna go back to us. We've been doing fraud, insurance fraud. We've been doing same thing, cheating so much on many different ladies outside that we think they're Americans. Who cares about them? And they're human beings. Allah Azza wa Jal said to value that. If they're not your brothers in religion, they're brothers in humanity. This is what Imam Ali said. So, the best thing to start is protecting the dignity for a man, protecting a woman through that veil. Physical veil for a woman, the veil for a man, that they call it in Arabic ma'nawi. And this is how we achieve the best of the energy. Any question? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. صلوا على محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.